Let's sit here. Figure out if it's working or not. I got Chris, what's this guy? I got your shit. This here. Copy. Did you guys have a good weekend? I know you did.
That was alright.
Yeah? What did you do?
Watched TV all weekend, just relaxed and watched the Olympics.
Is that rolling loud right now?
Yeah, I finally just got out of bed. I was sick. It's Monday, good morning. Ring that son of a bitch. Wake up, bed lizards. Good morning, guys. Thomas Bellingham here with the Monday Bell. Excited to be here. A little under the weather over the weekend, but got through it, and about 90%, but I wouldn't have it any other way. If I was 1%, I'd still be here with these boys. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to have a good show. Here to my right is Nate Zolkanich. Left, Great Dane Mattingly. And then here beside us is we have Danny Clark from Liberty Mutual today. Going to sit here and discuss some insurance options, best rates, best way to understand insurance, and I'll let you describe it because I don't know shit about it. So.
Well, like you said, Danny from Liberty Mutual, thanks for having me, guys.
Tell us what you do. I mean, we all know what insurance is. We all have it. At least, hopefully, we all have it.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Tell us what you're doing. I'm going to sit here and mess with this as we.
You're good. The biggest thing that we do at Liberty is just, or I do specifically, is try to make sure every customer is covered for what they need rather than what they want. I like to make sure.
Say that again. That's
what
huge.
you need rather than what you want.
So listen, if your price goes up, right, and someone's like, well, that's too much coverage, or that's blah, blah, blah. Do people worry about more the financial side of it than what they're actually getting?
It depends. Yeah, prices are going to go up just because the cost of living, the cost of everything goes up.
Sure.
If eggs go up, everything else has to go up too. It's just how it works. However, with insurance, with different things you can add on, different discounts we offer, we can make sure that you're covered for what you need to cover the full replacement cost of your home, rather than just like a purchase price, or making sure all your personal property is covered, or make sure your liability is covered if someone comes over and gets hurt, all that kind of stuff, to make sure that you're getting what you need.
That's huge, man. What
Yeah.
you need versus what you want. Well, I had a question kind of lined up later in the show for it, something like that, but kind of the same thing. Well, good. Guys, Angie Lending, Nate Dane, anything new, exciting going on in rate world?
Rates are still, the 10-year bond's still down. Rates are still at a great spot historically. Great time to refinance if you're stuck in a bad rate right now, or if you're looking to buy, now's a great time to buy as far as rates go too. But yeah, no crazy news over the week.
Nothing crazy. Okay, good. Well, we're still black here, boys. Guys, you know, I'm doing this from my phone as well back there. We're recording it hopefully on another device. We got the camera here. Second show. We're going to keep figuring this thing out. So it's black right now. Not sure why, but hopefully you're able to still hear us and see us here. Because again, we got a great bunch of information here today. And so good. You guys are good then?
Yeah.
Danny, a couple questions, man.
All right.
I'm going to beat you down, brother.
Shoot 'em.
Just kidding. Listen, what should people understand when they're actually shopping for homeowners insurance versus renters? So let's say you're these millennials they talk about. You're going from an apartment to buying a home, your first home, $150,000, $100,000, whatever it is. Is there a big difference in not necessarily price, but coverage from renters versus homeowners?
Oh, for sure. With renters insurance, you're covering mainly just personal property and liability. So you're covering if someone comes over, gets hurt, and needs to sue you for doctor bills or anything, they're going to come after that liability coverage in the renter's insurance. Or if you have someone break in, steal some stuff, you have a fire burn down the apartment, the landlord does not care about your stuff. So that personal property coverage in your renter's
That's why you have renter's insurance,
That's why
right?
you have renter's insurance, to
So
cover all your
if
stuff.
I rent from you, right? If I'm renting from you, and house burns down, my laptop, phones, all that golf clubs, etc., burns down, it's not covered underneath your insurance?
No.
So I'm going to lose my stuff unless I go out and fork up the dollars and have my own policy.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And
Really?
renter's insurance is pennies on the dollar compared to what you can get back. You can get $30,000 worth of property coverage for $15, $18 a month.
Wow.
So, and then
That's
with
strong, man.
you switch over to home insurance, you go to buy a home, you're covering the home, outside, inside, all the personal property, cabinets, toilets, showers, everything.
So for a hipster that's going to spend 15, 20 bucks on a 6-ounce pour of beer 1 month, you can get your stuff covered in an apartment.
Oh yeah.
Or even if you're renting a house, I guess, right?
Yep.
Nice.
And for if you're renting with roommates and everything, make sure you have your own separate policy.
Good.
Make sure your stuff's covered,
Good point.
their stuff's covered on their own, so nobody's trying to fight over what everybody had. Make sure you have enough coverage.
Now we know it's patting the bill.
Yeah.
Listen, get here live on Facebook with the Monday Bell, facebook.com/The Monday Bell, right here, The Monday Bell. Every week we're bringing you something new, something different, something valuable in the real estate world, whether it's our weekly ENG talk, ENG lending with rates, mortgage. But again, today we're sitting here with Danny Clark from Liberty Mutual, and that's coming out of the gate pretty strong. Want to let you guys know, hang on, man, in my bag of tricks. Like I said earlier, we have it's good. We're gonna knock it out of the park today. What I mean by that, we have I've got 6 tickets to the Bats game. I'm not sure if they play tonight, tomorrow, this week, but 6 tickets to the Bats sponsored by Liberty Mutual and Danny Clark, right? Every day you're brought to you by ENG Lending. I love KentuckyHomes.com, but today we're rocking out some insurance, man. So listen, let's get back to that real quick. That was strong. So the 4 of us, we're right in, we're college guys, we're living in an apartment. We tear the house up, catches on fire. And I'm going way up here. I'm going very drastic.
Yeah.
My stuff burns because of a cigarette you lit or whatever you did. It tears up my stuff. I'm not covered?
Not if you don't have your own policy.
Wow.
You can sue them against that liability.
Subrogate or
You
whatever
can
they call it.
subrogate, yeah.
Sure,
and
sure.
The insurance company can go after him or whatever. But it's just going to be 1,000 times easier for everybody.
For the $15 hipster beer that you
Yeah.
can buy.
Skip one beer that weekend.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's gonna be kind of tough, but I agree. It's worth it. All right. So listen, you said something very strong earlier. I was very excited about that. I want to come to this question. You said need versus want, right?
Mhm.
Huge. Tell us about worth versus value, right? Tell us about, so when people say, okay, why am I paying $300,000 and my house is only worth $150,000? I mean, I know the answer. I just love hearing it. Explain that a little bit.
Well, I mean, with housing markets, they go up and down. Your price of your home is going to go for $150 one year and could be up to $195 the next. The value or the value that it takes to rebuild that home completely, which is what you're going to want if something happens.
Like the bricks and the timber, the nail, whatever.
Everything except pretty much a foundation, because
Sure.
that's probably going to be the only thing left. If something drastic happens,
Correct,
like a fire, tornado, anything like that.
Outside of like a big gas explosion or something like that.
Exactly. What you're going to do is we go through at Liberty and make sure we find out how many rooms you have. We find out if you have any upgraded cabinets, anything like that, upgraded floors, countertops. We want to make sure that if something happens, we can rebuild your home to exactly the way you had it, rather than the depreciated value or what you think it might have been worth.
And then when they rebuild that home, who's the realtor they're going to call?
This guy.
No, so I mean, honestly, so you get down to like the studs. Like my house was built in 1926, so I imagine that the 2x4s and the stuff they used to build then certainly doesn't cost the same in 2016,
No.
right? So my house, we paid XYZ, but to knock it down, rebuild it today is going to be 1, 2, 3, right? Is that basically what we're getting down at worth versus value? Freaking awesome, man. What are some value-added items that Liberty Mutual brings to the table for clients? So, I mean, insurance. I mean, we're buddies. I'm not going to sit here and dog you out, man, but sometimes people say insurance is insurance. It's just another guy. I mean, I don't believe that. Or else you wouldn't be here. Obviously, I don't, we're not dealing with the riffraff, right? We're Danny freaking Clark from Liberty Mutual.
Yep, we are.
Yeah, it's down to our knees, right?
Yep.
All right, we'll reel back in. Liberty Mutual. So tell us why am I going to go if I'm shopping insurance? and your price is the same as the next guy. Why am I going with Dan Clark and Liberty Mutual?
Well, with me, you don't just get Liberty, you get me. I'm not just going to be your agent at an agency that calls you once every 10 years because you...
Tell them, not me. I know.
Well, I'm going to make sure that I call you once a year, making sure we check back in, make sure everybody's on the same page. Your life changes every year, so your needs change every year. I'm going to make sure that when we go through a quoting process, I make sure from the get-go you're covered for everything you possibly could need.
Sure.
Making sure that liability coverage is enough. If someone comes over, if you have a pool, you're going to need extra. If you have kids, you're going to need extra. Because the last thing anybody wants is for something to happen and then have to come out of their own pocket or have to take out money to pay off something that they could have covered for $3 extra a month.
What if I move? You know, I think we've had this conversation before. Misconceptions of, okay, I'm going from a $200,000 house and I'm going to a $350,000 house. A little bit of a jump, not too much. People, you know, they may get like nickel tight, saying, okay, I can afford this. They don't realize that insurance is going to go up.
Yeah.
Because you have more home to cover, right?
Yep.
I think we had a loan conversation or something like that a couple weeks back, something similar of, you know, one jump to the other, but what about that?
Well, with jumping up from a smaller house to a bigger house, that makes a little bit of a difference.
Yeah.
Our rates at Liberty for anywhere from $300,000 to $600,000 homes is pretty ridiculous right now.
Oh, so you guys have like a sweet spot in the
We have
market?
a sweet spot right now.
Really?
It's
Okay.
pretty great. Also, first-time home buyers and like people in their married couples in their 20s is pretty much our sweet spot at the moment. But when you jump up, the biggest thing to think about is your price is going to go up on your insurance, your price is going to go up on everything else, utilities, all that stuff. But another thing to think about is where the home is when you're buying it, because that affects your insurance rate. Zip code especially is probably the biggest thing in Louisville.
Give us an example, real quick.
Say you buy a $350,000 home in the East End, it's going to cost you a whole lot less on insurance if you buy it, say, down near the river, near Farnsley Moorman, down in the southern end of town.
Okay.
Just because that's just the way all companies are rating these days. It's going to do that same on car insurance, everything.
Sure. Cool. Real quick, we're going to get to the boys here for a minute. You have an agent program out there. You and I talked a little bit about it.
Yeah.
Any agent that's out there watching, tell them about the agent program. I got my package right here.
Yeah. We've actually got a program with Liberty Mutual and the National Association of Realtors. So if you're a part of that program, it's already pre-approved by them. So it's legal, it's compliant, it's everything you could ever ask for. It's $40 for every referral you send our way, whether we sign the policy or not. As long as we get a quote going, we send you a $40 referral.
Hey, I got $80 right here. You got it.
That's awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, send them my way. I got you guys.
Right on. Yeah. Hey, Jen, you're watching on. If you're waiting, dinner's on me tonight. $80. All right, cool, man. Thanks for coming in. We're gonna sit here, talk to the boys a little bit about some E&G topics. And anybody has any questions, we're gonna try and watch the feed here in a minute and come back at you here in a second. Boys.
All right, you want to talk about it, Bill? The main topic we were going to hit on today was revamping the home buying dream. In the past, if anybody's ever tried to get home, they've had trouble with qualification. The main topic we were going to hit on was your credit report. Just like anything in life, if you do anything wrong on your credit, you can be forgiven for it. And as time goes, it gets better. Your credit, there's a lot of tools we have to get the small things off your credit. We can get them taken off, and the better your credit gets, not only can you get approved for a loan, you can get approved for different types of loans, and also your interest rate is highly affected on your credit score. So not only that, but with your mortgage insurance, everything. I don't know, with insurance, do y'all run credit for?
Yeah, it takes. I mean, especially now, it's a bigger effect in your score or your tier that we put you in.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, let me quick. I want to stop you guys. So we had a question come in. What if you're self-insured? Thanks, Eric. Eric Carrico for the question. What if you're self-insured? Can you speak up, or can we get back to him, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, well, with self-insured, I guess it's just you think you have enough money to take care of something if something happens.
Correct. You have any suggest someone's self-insured? You suggest like maybe an umbrella over there? Can you do something like that? Or?
Oh yeah, what I would suggest is definitely have an umbrella, especially if you're self-insuring, just because it makes sure you're covered for $1 million, $2 million of just other liability options, making sure, like I said, if someone comes over, gets hurt, or even, umbrellas cover everything else too. So if you're driving your car around and you hit somebody and you don't have enough insurance on your car to cover their medical bills, it's going to step in and take care of the extra. It's also going to cover slander or libel if you go out and say something bad about somebody and
come out throwing gang signs and stuff like that, right?
come right back out of that instead of having to come out of your own pocket.
All right, Eric, so hopefully you're still watching, man. You got that. If not, we'll follow up. Good question. Appreciate the interest. Go ahead, guys.
Just back to what we were saying with credit, one of the main things that you get approved for a loan for is the credit. So what we talked about last week was hitting us up early. If you're a couple months away from buying a house, go ahead and hit us up. Let Nate go ahead and run your credit. See what's on there. What are some small fixes we can clean up for you. He's really good at that. And even if there's things that he doesn't know, there's experts that we can send you to get big things off. So just highly recommend come to the plate a little early to get cleaned up before you're ready to actually have us send you to Thomas to go buy the house, because you'll be in the best situation possible. For us, it gives you the best deal, and
more seamless. It's easier to
absolutely.
transition into the home, and then again, obviously we work as a team, so there's always open communication between the three of us, and make it a better experience for you.
Yeah, so if there's anybody out there that's curious what's going on, you want Nate to help clean you up, give us a call. Give Nate a call. What's your cell phone, Nate?
What is it? 1-800-SNOOP?
Nah, it's 502-855-6464.
855-6464 is the number. Call Nate Zolkanich. Start your credit. And listen, man, I don't know about you guys. I don't have a filter. I'm pretty comfortable in my own shoes or flip flops, whatever I have on for the day. I probably don't have the best credit. I've had some issues fixed. Whatever. So if you're worried about your credit, you're saying, okay, well, that's a little bit. Screw that. Whatever. You want to buy a house, right? You want to keep staying at 3rd and Galwart above the Granville, or you want to go buy a house, right? The only reason I say that is because I lived above the Granville and Galwart, and I didn't even have a lock on my door. Maybe just a rope. But finally made it to my way and got out home. Seriously, people put so much pressure on credit. They say, "Oh my gosh, I'm a bad person. I'm a bad." I mean, I get it. Nobody wants you to say, "Okay, I got a 350." Well, what did you do to earn that, right? What did you do to earn that? Well, someone's always gonna come up with an excuse. So what? Whatever the excuse is, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, maybe a little bit of both. Whatever messed you up, call the guys, right?
And it's always, a lot of times it's something so small and simple that could have been years ago that could be an easy cleanup that can bump your credit tremendously. We've seen it time and time again.
True story.
Free consultation.
True story. $62 from Verizon. It had been paid. It was just an old bill that whatever. 7-8 years it was on. Gosh, they wouldn't take it off. I was like, I'll pay it again. Just take the freaking thing off. They're like, no. I don't get it. I don't understand credit, why they do the things they do for that. But that's why I trust Nate, Zane, guys like that, or in this case, Danny, to help out with things like that. So, got any credit questions? Call the boys. Listen, I'm going to go check the feed here in a little bit. We'll let Danny pick out a winner, but we got 6 tickets to the Bats game. General admission. There's only, I think, 10 games left, guys. You guys get out to the Bats at all? You guys been down there this year?
I haven't this year. It's always good.
Well, you're a little bit busy, right?
Thursdays are the best.
What are you busy with, huh? What you got going on in your life, huh?
Sweet baby girl.
Baby Kai, man. Guy, any parting shots, anything like that? We good? Yeah, thanks for coming in, buddy. Really appreciate it. It was awesome. Good information. Guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Continue to give us feedback. Hit us up at facebook.com, The Monday Bell. You know where to find me. You know where to find Nate Zolkanich, Dane Mattingly, our friend Danny Clark. Thanks again, buddy. Have a good week.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, ring that bell. Let's go. Let's get out there at work. It's Monday,
Yes.
boys.
Woo.
Good show, guys. That was good. I still don't know why we have it's black there, but we're gonna figure that out quick.
We're on there.
Let's get rid of this thing.